Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry for not uploading any videos earlier. As I mentioned in the last video that I really need a break. Also this month I would say have been quite busy because it's the exam month for many of my ESL students from Hong Kong. Therefore I have been busy supporting them through a lot of exam revision, motivation and of course emotional support. Yay, exam all done. Happy hoppy. Students are very looking forward to their summer holiday. And some of them did really well in the exams. That I'm very happy for them as well. Others didn't do quite alright or get the exam results they hoped for. Of course, I encourage them by saying like they should compare what they did better this time, what they have improved, like that. But the truth is, I would say in a system that is so exam focused, my encouragement like this sometimes might feel a little bit unrealistic to the kids, to be honest, and also to the parents. Yeah. Anyways, today I want to talk about something that I strongly believe is the root of the problems when it comes to like the ESL students learning English at school. Well, I would say the way that they are taught English at school is just not right, and it's not helping them use it in real life. And more importantly, I will share what I think actually work and what you, the parents, can do outside the system. So I have worked with many students and teachers, of course, and I've seen the same pattern again and again. So most of the English lesson at school in Hong Kong, all right, I mean the ESL students, are built around the textbooks, most of them, okay? So when you open the textbook, what will you see? You see like some kids named John, Mary, Anne, Sue, all right, and the school life, and things happen around them. So English teacher, we use the passage from the textbook to teach grammar, vocabs, other skills like writing, comprehension. Okay, I would say this method isn't wrong, but the problem is the focus is all on paper. So the student read on paper, write on paper, answer questions on paper. Then the best part is when they go home, they do more papers. Let me share a real story, all right? So one of my students, he is year 7 now, all right? He's from Hong Kong. He has been taking my online lessons since 2 years ago. Right now, his speaking and listening skills have improved a lot. And he's quite proud of himself by this, because we practice like twice every week, basically. However, his comprehension and writing skills are still quite weak, I would say. Well, it's not that he's not hardworking, all right? He actually cares about his studies. But, you know, after school, so imagine he goes to school from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., right, every day. Then after school, he still needs to do 1 to 2 hours of homework at home. So deduct the time, he commutes, showers, eats dinner. He has around 30 minutes left to rest, all right, or do something that he likes. Sadly, this is the reality for many kids in Hong Kong. And here's why he's struggling still. Now, the point is, like in a classroom where there's one teacher and 35 students, okay? there's very little time for the students to speak English. Of course, you may say, hey, why don't they just speak English to each other during recess? Now think about this way. When they're studying in such, a very exam-focused education system in which their performance would be evaluated by marks and grades. So for those who don't achieve good marks, all right, high standards, they are very scared to talk because they fear embarrassment and they keep thinking they're not good enough. You have to think about this way. So the other thing is that, because of there's only one teacher teaching a large number of students, homework is used as a tool to make up for what can't be taught in class. But it backfires. So there was a time I was doing something kind of like a research. So I asked my student to give me feedback on how they feel about homework. I even asked them to interview their own classmates. And you guess what? Almost 90% of them said that homework actually doesn't help at all. Instead, homework makes them feel stressed and even hate learning more. So let me ask you in this way, if you work a 9 to 5 job, then your boss gives you OT until 9 or 10ish every day, what will you feel? Exhausted, angry, cursing your boss when you're working, even thinking of quitting, right? That's exactly how our kids feel. But the worst part is they can't quit. They are just told to suck it up. So what's the solution for this? How should ESL students really learn English? Well, I would say everything starts with one simple thing. Change the order in learning English. Right now at school, the order is like this. First, heavily focus on writing, and reading the books. Everything is on paper, if I said, Then it comes to listening, and finally is the speaking. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But the correct way, especially for ESL kids, it should be the opposite order. First, a lot of listening, then a lot of speaking practice. At the same time, reading the books they like, they're interested, not textbook. Textbooks are super duper boring because they are not authentic. They just built around those, target learning content. Is boring, is unrealistic, is not interesting at all. Okay, so let the kid choose what they like to read, okay, based on the subjects they like, or the topics they like, the interest they love. And when they have gathered all these 3 skills, writing skill will just come naturally. I can guarantee you that. Okay, because that's how real communication works. Like you learn by watching, listening, copying. Then that's the time you can really produce. Am I right? It's not by memorizing grammar rules, not by doing lots of paperwork. Those are just not right. Okay, let me give you a very simple example. Think about learning to swim. Do you read a swimming menu first? And then you get tested on it, the knowledge, fill in all the blanks, the MCs, the long questions, short questions. After that, you got 100%. And then you jumped into the pool. And then you're expected to swim perfectly. Of course not, right? You'll probably get drowned, to be honest, if learning swimming in such a way. The correct way is by watching and practicing. learning by doing. Well, that's the same with English learning. Kids need real input first. Lots of audio, visuals, modeling, before they are expected to output. Come on. So what can we do? Especially to the parents. If you feel like your kids is drowning in homework, speak up. Talk to the school, talk to the teacher, talk to the principal. If nothing changes, gather other parents, okay? When I homeschooled my 2 kids a few years ago, I actually had meetings with the EDB in Hong Kong. And honestly, it wasn't as scary as people think, okay? They don't bite. So if the homework load is clearly damaging your kids' mental health, don't hand the homework in at all. Wait until the school asks, and when they do, explain, this is too much. This is affecting my kids' mental health, just like that. You have a voice. You have to use it. Then for the time saved, not doing homework, what you can do? You can go to the nature with your kid, explore the surrounding things. Okay? Let your kids to read books they actually like. Let them create, explore, play, and live. Just be a child. That's how children grow. Whether or not it's in language, in a new skill, in confidence, and in joy. Well, I hope everything here I shared makes sense. I know it's a bit spontaneous and scatter, but everything came from my heart, all right? Also, before I end this video, I would like to share a personal update. It's because of some family changes and also a very significant rise, of course, of living here in the UK. Thank you, Labour government. I will be starting a new career as a mortgage advisor because I have the qualification here. Well, don't worry, I'm not quitting teaching. I'll still be teaching my students during my limited time slots. I'm very thankful that there's actually time difference between UK and the countries where my students come from, so I can do both. So regarding the mortgage advising roles, just like I support my student emotionally and academically, I'll just use the same skills, which is like the same empathy, knowledge, and care to help people with one of their biggest life decisions, to get a home. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for learning. And if anything I shared touched your heart, please comment below. I love reading your comments and love reading your stories too. Well, I will see you in the next video where I'll be talking about some absurd exam contents that I've found. Yeah. The content that defeats the purpose of learning English, yet still appears on papers year after year. All right. So stay tuned and I'll see you very soon.